Kevin's Cocktail Minute. And today we have a Mad Men theme. I'm trying to be Don Draper here. I have the cigarette and the bourbon and even the Mad Men glass, you see. In my book here, Tales of Insomnia, Despair, and the Perfect Cocktail, I've referenced Mad Men, the show, a bunch of times, as well as James Bond and other things. And there's some recipes in here that are based on Mad Men. There's a recipe called the Don Draper, which is a new version of an old-fashioned. And there's a Manhattan recipe in here called the Well-Dressed American. And today I'm doing another variation on a Manhattan, and this one is specifically with Mad Men in mind. We're going to begin with, of course, nice shaker and bourbon. Bullet bourbon. It's so good. If you could waft this smell into your nose through the camera, oh, it's just amazing. We're going to put not one, but 2 parts of bullet bourbon in this Manhattan. Now I've been asked, how do I come up with, once I come up with the idea for a cocktail, how do I know it's actually going to work? And that's actually a great question. The answer is remarkably simple, and it is one word: practice. The next ingredient, and this is something that I don't know of any other Manhattans that have this, and it's an interesting liqueur. It's called Crème Yvette. This liqueur goes back to pre-Prohibition times, and it was quite popular back then, and it has a lot of things going on. It has blackberry, red raspberry, wild strawberry, honey, currant, different spices. It's really nice. You could use this in the drink called the Aviation, although Crème Yvette is the preferred for that. The thing about Crème Yvette, it was not made after the late 1960s. And for 40 years, you couldn't get this. But then, Robert Cooper, who was one of my heroes because he's the guy responsible for Saint Germain, he also resurrected Crème Yvette. And so now we have this again. And luckily, in this recipe, I only need a 1/2 part. And I'm hoping that that will be enough here. So I didn't measure it beforehand, but we'll see. Come on, come on. And then we have one of our favorite vermouths. This is Via from California, Via Extra Dry Vermouth. Putting in a 1/2 part of that. These Via vermouths are so nice and spicy. Then, following the extra dry vermouth is Via Sweet Vermouth. So in a way, right now it has ingredients for a perfect Manhattan plus the Crème Yvette. So it's kind of branching off from a perfect Manhattan. And I only use a 1/4 part of the sweet vermouth. And now, to give it this bitterness and this wonderful red color, a 1/4 part of Campari. There we go. Lastly, I'm going old school here with Angostura aromatic bitters. A couple dashes in there. And now, we're ready to stir this baby up. Remember, if you have a drink that doesn't have opaque liquid in it, it doesn't have fresh squeezed juices, then you want to stir it. If you have fresh squeezed juices like lemon juice, lime juice, opaque, thick liquors, you might want to shake that, use the shaker. But for this, I'm just going to give it a nice stir. And you have to stir it a little more to get it all diffused, diluted, and nicely chilled. There's that beautiful color. The Crème Yvette and the Campari give it this nice color like amber. It's really beautiful. And I love the perfect Manhattan, which is just the bourbon and the 2 kinds of vermouth. But this goes a step beyond that for me, and it's really nice. And the garnish, I'm going to put 2 maraschino cherries on a pick and just lay it right there. And I present to you today's cocktail, the Mad Manhattan.